Okay, we're going to continue with the view page section of the Wiki application. What we'll need to do is create a JSP folder. Inside the JSP folder, we'll create a viewpage.jsp file. This will be used to view our Wiki pages. Let's take a look here. It's under the web. Create the folder called JSP. This is just the convention that we're following. And inside here, let's create a file. And it's going to be called viewpage.jsp. We have the contents here. There it is. So the servlet is going to pass in an object with name WikiPage with a key WikiPage, and its data type will be wiki.data.page. That'll be the page to render, and we use that in various ways. We could actually put the page name inside the title. That might have been better. And you can see here that we have information. This is the page. Anyway, I'm not going to go into those details. You can study that. We have a file called styles.css. Let's create that. That should be under web. Styles.css. Put that in there. That's referred to in this view page. As you can see here, this link to the style sheet, this styles.css. So we're going to look at that. And now we need the view page servlet. That will be under the web folder. It's a class. I'm not going to bother with that superclass because we have all the code that we need right here. So just going to copy this. Once again, I'm not going into explanations of what this code does. I'm just showing you how to carry out the instructions. You need to study this code and study my explanation of the code in the book to learn the material. So we have this view page servlet extends HTTP servlet. We pull out the logger here, reference to the logger. This is the JSP, the request dispatcher. And here's initialization. When the servlet, when the application runs, this initialization code will run. And what we do is we set up the request dispatcher so that we can use that to forward execution to this view page JSP script that we created. There's a doGet method. When the page is requested through doGet, we use the page DIO. Actually, this does not look correct. This is calling the constructor for page DIO. I thought that was a static method. So I think there's an error in the book there. So this the page DIO class, we have get instance here. So we don't have, well, we didn't declare the constructor. The constructor is undefined, so we have a no argument constructor. So actually that that does work. This will work, but it doesn't correspond very well with the code that I provide here. So I must have changed my my strategy at some point. And anyway, that's what we have there. We have the deployment descriptor, the web XML file. Let's get that. Let's create the web XML file in here. I'm going to reopen that. That's the XML editor. I'm going to reopen that with the text editor. It's easier to look at. Paste that in there. So as you can see, we have a listener here. This is that init class we created. Then we have a servlet. It's the servlet element. The name is viewPage. It's an instance of viewPage servlet. And then we have the URL mapping. Anything that matches view /star will be sent to the viewPage servlet for processing. Any request for that URLs of that pattern. This actually is it works, but what if you look at the page DIO, it looked like the way to do this would have been to call a static method to get instance. Why is that type mismatch? Oh, that's a page. Wait a minute. Sorry about that. Oh, I see a call find on that. So it would be more like this. So it's the we have the page DAO dot get instance. Sorry about that. Page DAO dot get instance. And then find. This is the pattern that I was getting to in the this DAO class here. So that's, although the other approach works as well. Just to show that to you, this original syntax is also does the same thing essentially. Okay, so we'll leave that in there. They're just inconsistent, that's all. What I have here is I'm setting up to access the DIO through this this singleton instance, and then I use it in a different way here. So to be consistent, we would want to do this. Alright. Here we have the deployment descriptor that's there, and now this actually we've already set this up. This is to deploy. Let's test it. We're ready to test actually. And so let's start up Tomcat. Let me go to the folder where I have Tomcat. Go into the... First I'll delete the logs just to clean those out. Go into the bin folder. And we have startup.bat. That's right. Let's take a look. And so now what we'll need is the we need to deploy. Let's go to the manager application. Manager/HTML. And I think we called this, was it admin? It's either admin or root. It's admin. As you can see, there's the publisher application, the website application. We need to deploy the Wiki application. So the context is /wiki. The configuration file will be there. Let's find that. And let's see if I can do that in Eclipse. So this is the file right there. If I go properties on that, does it show me the path to the file? Yes, it does. There's the file. Let's go ahead and deploy that. It says OK. So now we'll try this link. There it is. Except we don't have this image. I think that I may have skipped a step that it should look something like this, right? So I think I've been going over this quickly, and I must have skipped a step that didn't include that image. Let's take a look here. Oh, don't see it in there. Don't see it in there. Must be here somewhere. So that's on the view page. So I don't have a link to that image. I think I used to have that available. Alright, I'll have to fix that later. Okay, I found the location of that logo image. It's in this chapter, item management, page design, and it's down near the bottom. And there's the link right there, an image file called logo.gif. Here it is. So what I'm going to do there, I'm going to right click on that. I'm going to save the link as it's logo.gif here, and I'm just going to navigate to my workspace and drop it into the Wiki application under web. Let's put it in there. Now, if you look under web, you will not see that file. So what we'll do is we need to refresh, and then you'll see it appears there. In fact, let's check that. Is under styles. Styles doesn't have anything. I get rid of these. But the JSP file will have a reference to that that image. Here it is. So we have it in a folder called images. So we're going to need to move that. So I'll have to create a folder called images. That's images, and move the logo into it. There we go. Now it matches what we have here. And let's go check. Here's our wiki. Let's refresh, and there it is. That works. Great. That finishes that section.